Hello, I'm Ron Renfro with Parkbench, and I am interviewing Raynier Diaz from Workbench LLC today. Raynier, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
South Central Compton, the ghetto, if that makes sense. Yeah.
When did you move to Birmingham?
I moved to Birmingham approximately 4 years ago, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what neighborhood do you live in?
I'm not sure what neighborhood it's considered, but it's at the summit. It's
Okay.
close
Like
to Mount
Cahaba?
Brook. Yeah,
Yeah,
Cahaba. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. And do you like living in this area?
Yes, I love it. The people are so friendly. The restaurants have great food. It's great.
Do you have a favorite restaurant here?
Um, Maybe Fleming's is a really good one.
Yeah,
I don't go there often, but when I've gone, it's always great. I usually just take my wife for anniversary or something like that.
yeah, it's a good spot for that.
Yeah.
Been there one time for a birthday. Yeah, it's a great restaurant. Um, how long have you owned your business, Workbench?
So it's about a year now,
Okay,
really.
and you design homes,
Yes, I design homes, mostly for non-English speakers and like low income communities.
right?
Um, just because it's really difficult sometimes for people who don't speak English to communicate with, like, example, an architect. And I can give them similar services at a lower cost as a draftsman, for example.
Awesome. So you do like AutoCAD and all that,
I do AutoCAD sometimes, but we use Revit now. Revit is much more advanced, and it has some things that it can be better at, but that's kind of the better one of the two for now.
I've not heard of that one before, so that's new to
Yeah.
me. I actually went to Auburn for architecture school for a couple of years, but I
Oh,
ended up
cool.
changing majors, and now I'm doing real estate. So that's cool what you do. That's a great service to the community. Is that your full-time job?
No, it's not my full-time job. I like that I have the flexibility to work with people that I feel like I could be a good combination with.
Hmm.
And it's not just people who speak English. It's means Spanish, for example. It's people of low income, so it doesn't matter what color. It's just low income. So yeah, that's that.
So how did they find out about your services?
So my uncles have their own building businesses, and then that's kind of how they funnel me clients, for example.
Okay.
And that's kind of how we've been doing it.
So they're like contractors.
Yeah, they're contractors.
Okay. And how long have they been doing that?
Oh, they've been doing it for years, years, years. And that's kind of how I that's why I understand construction very well, because on the summers I would go work with them, and I learned how to build things and
Right.
be creative in different ways and find solutions to things.
Sweet. Let's see. What else I wanted to ask you here? Um, let's see. What drives you to do what you do and what motivates you?
Well, that's easy. So I have this philosophy in with architecture.
Hmm.
There's the idea that form follows function, right? I'm sure you heard that plenty. But I have this different philosophy that neither one or the other has to be compromised. A good example of that would be nature, for example. Nature is beautiful and also functional, but you don't see one giving to the other. So that's kind of my philosophy, and that's kind of the philosophy that I kind of want to grow and share
Hmm.
and perpetuate, really. I think that there's a lot of humanity that's lost in architecture,
Yeah.
and I would like to bring that forward. And not just that, but I feel like you have to bring Christian values into architecture as well. And I'm not talking about just architecture in the sense of cathedrals and churches.
Hmm.
I mean, in the sense of helping your fellow friends, other, your neighbors, and that's kind of what I think is kind of missing. And I think that's kind of something that we have to grow. And being here in Alabama, or in the South, the quote unquote the Bible Belt, I think that would be the best place for me to be, and that's partially why I'm here.
Awesome. Have your uncles lived here for a long time?
No, my uncles actually live in Mississippi, so
Oh,
a lot of my work is actually out of state,
okay,
and that's why I'm trying to grow on here
right.
in Birmingham, Alabama.
Awesome. And you found me through Nextdoor, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Um, yeah, I've had a lot of success getting people to contact me from there. But you're actually my first interview to do for Parkbench.
Cool.
Let's see here. What would your customers say they love most about your business?
This is funny. They like to see the renderings that I make for them of their home, because we can say, oh, we're gonna have a closet here and the nice window here, but if you don't have a rendering where they can see the actual house, it's really
Right.
hard to visualize. So
Hmm.
when I give them these renderings, they're like, whoa, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted.
Hmm.
And I'm not the type to say, here, I'm gonna give you the medicine that you need. I'm listening to my clients and I'm hearing what they want, the design that they want, and it's just basically about listening about their
Yeah,
needs
very
and
important.
giving them right and giving them exactly what they want.
What are some odd requests that you've gotten from clients?
If I knew how to paint or I draw, and if I would be willing to do something for them, I guess just people just inherently think the architects can draw well, and some can.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like I can do that too. But that was one of the just strange, just
So they
can
want
you draw?
something
Can
to
you?
frame and
Yeah,
hang on the
no,
wall.
actually, they wanted a mural. They wanted a
Oh, a
mural.
mural. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess they kind of figured that I had some kind of artistic background.
Uh-huh.
And I said I would, and it's actually a commission coming up, so that's in the works.
That's very neat. I'd be interested in seeing that when you're finished with it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do you love most about the Cahaba Valley area, the Summit area?
I think the people. People are really friendly. Coming from California, people in Los Angeles, there's plenty of friendly people, but usually people stick to their own. And
Mhm.
here people are like, "Hey, good morning. How are you? God bless
Maybe.
you." Exactly. And they're more Christian centric. And I grew up Christian,
Mhm.
so I feel more at home here than I normally would in Los Angeles, for example, where I grew up most of my life.
Good to hear. Yeah, we have Southern hospitality here, so
Right. Yeah.
something that we value. I already asked you what your favorite restaurant was, Fleming's. Have you witnessed any significant changes since moving here?
No, not really. Um, no, not that I can think of.
Did you move here before COVID?
I did. I
Okay.
did.
So it's probably hard for you to tell because COVID has just changed everything for everyone the past few years. Um, what do you want to see to improve the most in this neighborhood?
This is funny. I was thinking about this maybe like 2 months ago. The flow of going in and out of the summit, trying to find, the restaurants and finding access. There's just the circulation of traffic is just really tough.
Yeah, it's really bad.
And I've actually kind of done like a quick little iteration of how to fix that.
Mhm.
Just because I like to conceptualize things, and and that's kind of how I try to think, and like again, it just kind of goes back to my philosophy of things, and I just create things randomly like
What
that.
is one of your ideas for fixing the issue there?
So I want to create a bridge between the two sides of the summit,
Mhm.
and I think it could be something that could be welcoming and bring more people in, while at the same time creating more foot traffic rather than just car traffic.
Yeah,
So I think that would be something interesting to continue to develop, and hopefully, if I can get the right group of people together, we can make it happen.
that sounds awesome. Let's see. Why do you think it's important for people to shop local?
Oh, that's easy. Because you have to support local businesses. You have to support small businesses because they basically create the environment they're in. And if you like the environment, if you like the people around you, if you like the atmosphere that they bring, you need to help them out. You need to support them. And it's good because then that creates opportunities for you to help your community in different ways. And it's not just always monetary. It could be different ways. You know, it could be spiritual in some ways.
Right. What is your most memorable customer experience?
I think the one we spoke of earlier, the mural.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of exciting. I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully that can kind of lead to other things that I haven't really explored yet. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Okay. What else do you do besides working?
I like to program. I like computer science. I like to code. I like to build apps, and I love to draw. And I love to conceptualize different things that could help this country in general. I like to conceptualize things that I feel like are more about Christian values and bringing Christian values into architecture, and that inherently helps people, not just a company or people who are looking for it in a monetary sense, but in ways to help humans and people. You know, not just companies.
Sounds like you have a big heart.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is there anything exciting going on that your customers should know about?
That's a good question. I am in the works in developing maybe a new product where I want to involve like smart home technology into the homes. I want to do this more for the elderly, because the elderly usually don't have the same motor skills as we do. So I'm creating this new product that goes along with what I already do to kind of help facilitate some ease of living, from having your windows automated, so that you're not having to get up and move them, and things like that, little details like that I feel like would be very beneficial.
Would that cost a lot to do?
So the idea is that I don't want it to cost a lot, so that it becomes really accessible.
Right.
But right now it probably is going to be really expensive, and as it kind of iterates and gets better, it should go down in price.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I really had for you. What's the best way for your customers to contact you?
They could give me a call or text to my phone number.
Okay, what's your phone number?
205 410 2872.
Okay, let's say it one more time.
It's 205 410 2872.
Okay, great. And do you have a Facebook business page?
I do not right now.
Okay.
I'm just now trying to develop my social media presence.
Okay.
And this is kind of why I kind of approached you too, because I'm in turning gears towards that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and
thank you
for being my first interviewee for Parkbench.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.